Hey, real quick before we get into this week, first, there was a bit of a camera issue for the gameplay cam for only game one. It gets fixed between game one and game two, so we do apologize for that, but it does get better. And then also for the bonus kind of game that we had, Yonas and I ended up streaming for almost 2 hours, so we had like 5 or 6 games. So it's a little bit more extended this week. Make sure to check it out. It's linked to the description, and it's also time-stamped, but that is the membership VOD for people who support this as well. So make sure to check that out and enjoy this week's Wednesday Night One Piece.
We respect each other, right? We'll never cut each other's decks, right?
I don't cut people's decks for the most part. Don't use that information against me, Chad.
A few moments later.
All right, we've got game number 2. It's the red matchup. It's going to be Shanks versus Zoro. I ended up losing that.
Nope.
I guess.
I thought you get him.
Every Wednesday, I invite a player to a live Conquest match streamed exclusively on my Twitch and YouTube. Each player must bring 3 different decks with 3 different leaders and choose one at random to play with. After each game, the winner's deck is eliminated and they choose another deck to play with. Then the loser counter picks with one of their remaining decks. This continues until one player has won a game with all 3 of their decks and becomes this week's winner. This is Wednesday Night One Piece.
Hey everyone, Eggman here with another Wednesday Night One Piece, and we've got Yonas.
Hello.
How you doing, Yonas?
I'm good. It's been a long day, but it's been really fun.
It has been a long day. You've played, like, in the last 24 hours, like, no joke, what, 30 plus card games across several?
I don't bother counting the games.
Yeah.
It's more about like number of hours, but it's probably been like close to 6.
Yeah. You've I think it's pretty easy to say that you've played more card games than slept in the last 24 hours.
That's accurate.
That's very, like, almost maybe 2-to-1 ratio almost. So, well, I do appreciate you coming out here. I've been on my own, like, kind of sick and tired, and the last couple Wednesday Night One Pieces have been remote. So super happy to have an in-person one, especially with you.
And it's been a while since I've been here, so it's been a fun. I'm super excited to be back here. I can defend my crown or lose it.
Yeah, because I think it was like November, December, maybe even earlier.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm thinking, when was the last? There was the core event that happened in December. It might have been even later than that. You were one of the first in-person guests. And then this is episode, do you know what episode this is? Take a guess.
Okay, I'm going to guess 19.
31.
31.
31, I know.
Okay, I'm probably episode 3, so yeah.
I started putting the numbers in the thumbnail, and then I'm like, oh, okay, what episode is this? Like, oh, there's no way. Like, this has just started, so. Anyways, you guys know that this has been now a long-running, successful show here on YouTube. So we do have Wednesday Night One Piece. We're going to look at the decks that we brought for it, and let's look at Jonas's real quick. And we are starting off with the Blue Dofi list.
Dofi, okay. There's a lot of people that are messing around with Dofi once Jinbei got banned with the most recent ban list, and there's a lot of different directions people have taken it.
Yeah.
Some people are trying to do cards like 4-cost Vanilla Moria to be super aggressive. Some people are trying to go really big with like 10-cost Kaido, maybe 9-cost Mihawks. I'm trying to do a little bit of mostly staying true to its roots of just being a tempo deck and just having a bunch of really good early characters. And I'm trying out Kyros because it's a relatively interesting card. I got an idea from a couple friends. But basically, a lot of the format revolves around these new 5-cost characters. 5-cost Smoker, Starter Deck 21 Luffy. Cavendish, Carrot, yada, yada, yada. And having more copies of Jozu effectively, while also having a relatively sizable body, can actually be relatively good in this meta. So I'm kind of interested to try it out.
Yeah, I think it makes sense. As mentioned, I think there's a lot of 5-costs that are really important right now.
Yep.
And if even against something like Blackbeard, if they don't respect on turn 7 they have to discard a card for you, like you can get like some value against like a Burgess or something too.
Yep.
So cool. All right, that's the first deck, and then next one is Teach itself.
Teach, okay. Teach is also a deck people have been like messing around with in different ways. There's been a lot of people that have been trying out a little bit more like aggro, like Blackbeard lists, playing more like Catalina Devons, relying on like triggers, like I bid 500 million, one of my favorite cards.
that gets rid of a 6 cost, right?
Yeah.
Figure out
It also can bounce it to hand against cards like Bridges.
yeah, which is insane.
Yeah, it's a very tempo swingy trigger. But I've kind of opted to be a little bit more like default, very vanilla, just like relying a lot on Docu and Van Augur to clean up a lot of early characters.
Yeah.
Just because like I just don't want to lose when I draw too many triggers. So
No, that's super fair.
I wish it was a more interesting list, but it's probably one of the most boilerplate lists known to man. But I really like consistency.
Yeah, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that either. Just it's definitely more of a player skill deck and a matchup knowledge deck. So.
Yeah.
Which means when you're playing it, I am terrified. So, and then lastly, we've got Mr. Zoro.
Yeah. Okay. This is an interesting Zoro list, not because it's like super spicy or anything, but I really like the Zoo package. I know a lot of people have not really liked it recently, just opting towards cards like Buggy, Curly the Dan, like the old school stuff from OP 1 through 4. I just think that 3-cost Chopper is probably one of the most explosive like aggro cards that we have had printed, especially with the Shut Up event.
Yeah. Yeah.
I noticed that I just have too much of a board, and I don't really have many times where I want to play 3-cost Zoro. So instead of like playing 3-cost Zoro and having more rushers, I try to opt to like make the deck hyper consistent and have a little bit more 2Ks to help defend my 4K bodies.
For sure.
And then also a couple kid killers. I think you need some amount of rushers. But honestly, like I think that if you just play a bunch of 4-ofs in your deck, especially a deck as like powerful as Zoro, you'll probably just draw your 3-cost Chopper a lot. So
yeah, whenever we've tested before, you've never had issues with that. Meanwhile, I'm just suffering, like literally on this show. So we'll see with this. And one more thing too, I didn't notice. You're playing 2 set 1 leaders. Like that's insane. Like these are 2 years old plus, and then you got Teach, right?
Yeah.
So
he's been here the entire time.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's just
But yeah, OP1 is still rocking it.
Yeah.
I mean, you're also playing some OP1 cards in your deck.
I am. There are some OP01 stamped, but a little bit more on yours.
Some of the interesting parts about like a format that currently has not been rotating, some old cards still end up being very popular and sometimes old leaders.
Yeah, for sure. So, well, to counteract that, here are my 3 for today. So, first we've got Purple Luffy. I really liked Red Purple Luffy in OP09, so I was kind of used to it, and I felt like this leader just was kind of missing something, but I did some more testing with it this week, and I was really just happy with the kind of consistency with aggression we get. I'd say like this is kind of a good deck by default, maybe. It just does a lot of great things. The one thing that I would say that I did a little bit different with this build is the search event, the 1-cost one, which we see a lot in like green and purple Luffy once we get an EBO2 just to find your pieces. And generally what I noticed with this deck is that if you find 2 giants, you usually win or have a really good chance of winning a lot of games.
Yep.
And this card finds it. So why not just play more cards to find the best card that wins you the game?
It also finds the other card that wins you a lot of games in Luffy Tar.
Yeah. So I felt like just having some more searchers for this deck, even like one, if it hits out of life, you're not even too upset either because you can help top 3 search for something. And oh my, Cornelius is not a big fan of this card. I see. That's too
Purple
bad.
Luffy hater down there.
Yeah, we got a purple Luffy hater pup over there, but. I'm really happy with this deck. I've been, it's kind of like the, play cards on curve, and if you don't, you get punished. But I feel like there's some ways for this to get back a little bit more. And but I am very terrified to play against Zoro, though I think Dofi's more of a evenish matchup, but just not a super in my side. Also, I'm not playing Kamzo. I am playing Sachi and Penguin instead because that card is searchable off of 1-drop Law. And I really didn't find Hitokiri that useful when I was playing it, and I'd rather just get a 4-drop 5K that's also 2K that's searchable off Law, and also our 1-drop event. So that's just more of a consistency tool. If you like Hitokiri, you can definitely play it, but I didn't really miss it much from my own testing, so that's why it's gone. And next up, we've got Shanks. So this is a build that I kind of tested out randomly like yesterday. And it was the idea that I felt like Shanks did really like the 1-drop searches are good for consistency, but sometimes there's just matchups with just having another 1-drop on the board made a big difference. It helped you carry. It means that against like Bonnie or against like Teach, you can get rid of their 1-drop searchers really easily and not have to lose an attack. And I decided just to try to do this one where I'm doing 3 and 3 of Nami and Uta. I played like 15 games with it. I've only missed like one search with Uta trying to look for a 2K or Divine, and I just missed that one. But honestly, I think that it is pretty consistent for what it is. The only non-search targets are Nami, Uta, as well as your 3 copies of Silver and 2 copies of Dragon. Everything else is searchable by one of them, and I find that that's pretty helpful. So there are some kind of mid-game and late-game scenarios where I'm like, I have to find this card or else I lose. So being able to have a one-drop searcher is good. And even just being able to get like 10 cost Shanks earlier in the game to make sure that you can get there. So like on 8 Dawn, you can play Beckman to get rid of something, play Uta for 1 to try to look top 5 for Shanks if you need to drop it next turn and get that value. And I found that was mostly successful. So we're going to try this out some more, but I was pretty happy with this kind of hybrid build. And the last thing I'd say is that there are a lot of times where on like 4, 5, 6 Dawn, where other decks were kind of having a hard time finding pieces for it, I found that I was doing something consistently with having this this more kind of wide board and searcher. So that's the build here. We'll see how consistent it is. And then lastly, we've got Bonnie. I had to play this deck because Yonas didn't want to play it. So you guys know that I think Bonnie is like the best it's been, if not ever, like the best it's been for a while. I'm just not as much as the game plan style for it. It is very bricky. It can have a lot of consistency issues, and I think it's something that would make it difficult for me personally to take it to a larger event because I'd feel like there are just some issues with it. So, but having like a backup Cavendish and Smoker has been really strong for the builds right now. I think 8-drop Kid is potentially strong, but I think most meta decks in the format have ways to answer it, which makes it a little bit tricky to be a successful surprise card. And but I will say like Hody Jones is like one of the best finishers in the game right now, and having access to that by itself wins you a lot of games which you might not otherwise. So we'll see if Bonnie if I change my mind on how I feel about the deck, but I do think it's really strong. It's just not the deck for me, but we'll see if that changes today. So but yeah, that's what we've got for us, and let's go to out our first leaders. So I should have asked you to have 3 of the same sleeves for your leaders. They're all very different. They are all very different. That is okay.
It's okay. We can just like roll dice if that's fine on my side.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotta use the official Eggman dice while we can.
Well, you can, mine are random, so you can choose which one you want to play against.
I don't like choosing. I like cleaning up the fate.
Okay. All right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
See, right, 2. And then I'll just make it easy. I'll play the one against it. I don't know which one that is.
Dofi.
Dofi. All right, cool. So that will be our first game. It's going to be Dofi versus Shanks.
Yep.
And we'll see you guys in game number 1. All right, we've got game number 1. We've got the Dofi versus Shanks. And let's roll some dice to see who gets to go first. I got a big old 6.
Let's see if I'm lucky today. Not today.
Okay. I think I want to go second in this one, so we'll do that.
Also, nice grabbing the blue and the red.
I did do that on purpose. I'm like, you got the blue, I got the red. We didn't mention it. We're playing monocolor leaders today, which honestly I think it's just mostly the meta, right? Like, who's the best multicolor leader right now? Maybe Smoker, maybe Usopp.
Smoker. I became proven wrong by Usopp.
Yes.
Timestamp this for Wednesday before Pasadena.
Yeah, exactly. So before it wins it with 10 out of top 16. So
that'd be so funny.
But yeah, we'll go. We respect each other, right? We'll never cut each other's decks, right?
I don't cut people's decks for the most part. Don't use that information against me, Chad.
I will keep this hand.
Okay. I have a Sengoku that really wants a teach.
Oh, I see.
And is going to be very, very sad without it. So I think I probably should mulligan.
Understood.
Do you check?
What?
There's a thing that I used to do when I used to play card games where if I was very unsure about whether I should keep a hand, I would like check the top of my deck to see if it would have worked out.
No, because I feel like that just reinforces bad behavior.
If you try to dissociate yourself from the bad behavior, it's fun.
It's fun, but like, listen, if you're doing something 60-40 in your favor, you always do the 60. It's the better play, right? But you get enticed by the 40 every once in a while, then that's the bad behavior.
Ooh,
respect remains.
Alrighty. All right, this hand is different.
Cool. It'd be an anomaly if it was exactly the same.
I'm gonna use this because black sleeves can sometimes
Oh,
be rough.
sure. I think they're good, but you're good to go. I appreciate the corners on those ones. So, all right, good luck.
Good luck. All right. As a skilled One Piece player, I have drawn Perona.
That does seem pretty skill heavy.
Unfortunately, this pile is quite bad. But we do what we have to do. Let's stack it like so. And then pass to you.
All right. Well, as a burgeoning Shanks player, I do have my searcher. We will get Sanji.
Yep.
And I'm trying to be a really good player, so no, we're fine.
All right. My man has Sanji.
I've got Sanji.
Okay.
Your go from there.
Alrighty. Let's draw. And my hand is quite bad, but I do have a teach.
Oh, that is upsetting. Yeah.
And I will use teach effect, put 2 down on my leader, and then I'm going to swing 7, paying 1, and then putting in a Mihawk. That's playable, see?
That is playable. We'll Shanks and 2K out.
Yep, and your go from there.
All right. Cards in hand.
I currently have 3. We 3.
3 cards in hand. At this, I'm just gonna go 5 because you're losing a card anyways.
Rude. All right, I'll give you a
Oh,
buggy.
I got the 2K anyways, and we're just gonna keep searching.
You have to put the entire hand, or entire deck in your hand at this point?
Yeah.
Hongo. Yep.
And I won't play him out, but I will play out one of these Sanjis. I have.
One of many. Yep.
Pass from there.
Awesome. Okay. We'll drop. And then, because I need good cards to play eventually, let's start with playing a Moria. Moria's going to bring back Buggy.
That's broken.
I know. And then I'll use Teach Effect. And then I will swing 7 at life, paying 1 and playing Law.
Sure.
Returning Perona to my hand and then bouncing the Sanji back to your hand.
Dang it. Yeah, I'll do leader effect 2K out.
And if you ended up taking it, I would have not turned my Mihawk sideways, but since you've already used your leader effect, you might as well exhaust or get an extra 5 in.
I don't want to take it. I have a 1K, so I guess I'll just...
Alrighty, here we go. He just wants to be at 5 today.
All right. Cards in your hand, 3.
3.
I know
and you know about the Buggy.
Yeah.
And you also know about the Perona. I bounce with the Law.
That is true. I feel like this is kind of greedy, but I want to do it. So no, I think I need to do it like this. We'll go 5 into Mihawk.
Yeah, and I'll give you a 1 kit.
We'll play
Luffy. Yep.
and we'll go 7. 0 cards. 0 cards in hand.
Good try.
Ah, that's too bad. 4 in hand, pass.
Got it. Okay. Let's draw. And let's start with a good old-fashioned Sengoku because
You do need cards.
I do need cards, and the rest of it wasn't particularly great. Unfortunately, I have to take a 2K here. Okay, I found a Mihawk 2K.
Okay.
Let's start with a 6 at life. Just trying to dwindle that hand.
Um,
That's good.
Sorry, my Windows decided that this is the best time to try to do an update.
So it's time for an update.
It is time for update. What did I? Oh, I didn't use loop. This would have been an 8K.
Yeah, way bigger.
It would have. I got it anyways.
Yep.
Yeah, my apologies. You said 6 at leader.
Yep.
Sure, I will take it. Windows, please stop. I will get it another time. Yeah, I just goofed.
6 at lead.
6 at lead. You're not going to be playing the. What's your best case? Sure, I'll take that one too.
Okay. Again, my hand is quite bad.
Yeah.
So I just need to, since you're not letting me spend my time attacking the Sloothy because you keep taking these hints, I'm gonna just swing life. So I'm gonna use Teach Effect, attaching it onto lead. And then I'm just gonna do an 8 while trying to maintain my card advantage. So I'm gonna go 8 at life, paying 1, and then putting in Crocodile.
Yeah.
And would you like to use Leader Effect? I choose that before I choose.
Sure.
Or actually, I do not. Or I think I do, right?
It's when attacking for this, because these.
Yeah, so
this is table 1, this is table 2.
Yeah.
Is the.
Okay. But either way, I'm always going to bounce.
Yeah.
So I'll let you do your thing.
Do I care about this insane amount of damage? No, I do not.
I heard you like your new hand. All right. Got my measly 3 cards, and I'll pass to you.
All right.
I promise I play 6K bodies.
I believe it, but I don't see it.
But you're going to the classic Shanks 8 Dawn turn.
I am doing that. Well.
Ben Beckman.
Ben Beckman.
This is why I don't play any 6K bodies. They're all equally.
They're equally good to hit. What's the worst one? I guess this, in case you need to bounce a 2K back to hand with law, I guess. 7K into law, giving itself a dawn.
Yeah, and I'm not going to spend 2 cards because I am very.
And then 6 into Moria.
But I will give a 2K here.
That is fair.
And this one will give a buggy that you know about.
All right, pass from there.
And you currently have 9 cards?
7 cards. So.
All right, see if I can draw a pudding. That'd be nice.
Pudding would be like a little bit scary, but not.
You're lucky this time.
I thank you. Thank you for the luck.
Let's start with a Sengoku that you knew about.
Yeah, I did know about him.
Top 5. Maybe we can find some good ones. Ooh, we love Weevil. Okay.
About time he showed up.
I know. Okay. Speaking of showing up, I think that this Kyros also wants to get his debut.
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
So let's start with a 7 Dawn for a Kyros.
Yeah.
Returning the Luffy back to your hand.
That's fair.
And then I will use Teach Effect, putting any card. You have no idea what it is.
Could be anything, yeah.
And then I'll end up going 7 at life and paying 1 and putting in a Weevil. You have to do this before I draw.
Sure. Do leader 2K.
Yep. And like before, I just don't mind. Or since you let me do your thing,
Yeah.
I just don't think this body's going to be that relevant. So I'll just get my 5 in. And your go from there.
All right. I am at 10 Dawn, so you likely know what that means.
I heard the card's pretty good.
I agree. We'll go 5 to 4.
Yep. And personally, I don't have anything to do, so I could give a 2K. But honestly, I just want to take exactly 1 life. So I'll just let you attack my board down and let you swing a 12 at my life.
I mean, well,
Yeah,
that one just
fine.
and if you 2K 1K, which you won't. Yeah.
I'll take.
And pass from there, and just for fun, everything's minus 1K with Shank's ability.
Alrighty. And let's drop. Ooh, it could be anything. Okay. Let's start with a Sengoku.
Sure.
That card's good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See if there's anything fun in here. The best way to build a board. Boa.
That does help.
Okay. And then now, I think I just want to start with swinging with my Kyros for 8 at life. It would require 2 cards, and I don't think I'm realistically going to swing any larger because you're always going to counter it. So let's start with an 8 at life.
8 at life.
Yep. You have 6 cards?
Yeah, I will leader effect and then kick force.
Yep. Now let's start with that boa.
Sure.
See if there's anything real flexible in here. Okay. This is not bad. I can work with this. Let's leave this on top. Touching it down to leader.
Sure.
Then I can swing a 7 at life, just require 2 more cards. It's probably for the best, so let's do that. Let's go 7 at life, paying 1. Playing a Moria over a Sengoku.
Sure.
The Moria, because I expect a lot of my board to die, I just want to see if I can get a card to help rebuild afterwards.
Sure.
And that's probably going to be a Law. That also can help me deal with any like Lucky Ruse or something.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
Take Law. And this is 7 going at life.
7 is good. Nothing.
Yep. And at this point, I don't really have much else I can do aside from just trying to push at life. You did Bad Manners and pitch the Luffy I knew about, so I don't know anything else about your hand.
No.
Because this was Sanji, this was Sanji, and they're both in the trash. And then this was a... what's that one again?
Which was it? Was it Beckman? Was it?
I believe it was Beckman, but I'm not paying that much attention, unfortunately.
It was a Hongo.
Hongo.
Yeah,
okay, you've used that one already, right?
I have used a Hongo.
All right, so if that's the case, I'm just going to try to do the best I can to swing 7. And to do that, I have to use Teach Effect. And I wish I could attack 7 with this, but because of Shinx effects, I cannot. So I'll swing 7 with a Teach at life.
All right. I will 2K1.
Yep. And you've currently
3
cards. Okay. And your go from there, I also have 3.
All right. This is a 2K right now, so yeah, immediately do that one.
Yep, and that's gone. What was the Sanji, or the 2K you pitched to the 7, by the way?
The 2K pitched
The most the last
the 2K Sanji.
Sanji, okay.
Your cards in your hand?
3.
3. This is quite tricky. Yeah, I think the best play is silvers for 8.
When in doubt, play silvers. Yep.
So -2, -3 here.
Yep.
This is going to be played over the Uta.
Yep.
I'll pop this.
Pop. Yep.
This is currently at a 1K, so Nami will try to trade into it.
Yep.
We'll go 10 to 8.
12, right?
12 to 8, yeah.
And even if I did counter this, you'd be able to very easily swing 8 there. So I'm probably going to try to save my counter and maybe survive 1 extra turn. So I'll let the 8 happen.
All right. Then one more Nami. We'll use it to get a 2020 chopper.
One of the best 2Ks. Yep.
We'll go 6 at lead.
And I could take this and go to 2, but I just want to be at 3 next turn, so maybe I can survive one more. So I'll give a 2k here.
And then 7.
Take a 7. Yep.
And I will pass from there.
You did not play a law target last turn, but
you can still bounce Nami back. I won't be.
I think I would be upset.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
So I'm gonna spend my turn just rebuilding board, and thankfully my life was a Moria, so I get to put Moria.
That is pretty nice.
Unfortunately, there's no Jinbeis in this combination anymore, but
Sure.
Moria into Boa, and then Boa effect, and then swing a 7 is just a very good combination, especially when you're lucky enough to hit a Weevil off of the Boa.
That's pretty good.
And then I'll go 7 at life, paying 1, and put in Weevil and draw.
Leader effect 2k.
Yep, and you got 2 cards in hand and a dream, and I'll pass to you. I got 4.
I am dreaming. Ooh.
Ooh.
I think dream was
Dream acquired.
maybe. Cards in your hand?
I have 4.
4.
And you should know about a law that I
Yeah.
ended up bringing back off of a Moria the turn before.
We'll go 5 into 5.
I'm not realistically expecting this to go super. Or I'm not going to expect to defend this Weevil,
Yeah.
but I'd much rather have you do these really large 7s and 8s at this guy instead of at my face. So I'll give you a teach.
I'll go 7 into it.
And 1 big attack taunted.
8 to leader.
Yep, and I'll take that. Really trying to set up a lethal for next turn. It's a trigger, but it's not one that gets rid of our shanks. So
Go 12 to lead.
yep, that 1.
Play another silvers.
Ooh, gross.
-2, -3 because of the shanks. This gets rid of this.
Yep,
This is just for easiness. This is at -4 right now with shanks around.
yep.
So that's at 1k, that's at 2k. And I have 2 Dawn open, 2 cards in hand.
I know things aren't looking good. Okay, let's drop. And from this point, I think I just have to go for game involving some very, very bad attacks.
Yeah, because these are both 1ks.
Yeah, so if I want to involve some 1Ks on some swings, it looks like 6 Dawn on this, so it's a 7 and then a 9, or 8 and then 8. If I do the 7 for some reason, and you counter it, I can go 5/5. But I think that's pretty bad. So I think I'm just going to do an 8 and really hope your hand is quite bad from there. So let's touch good old 7 Dawn to 8.
Not respecting, yeah. The Sengoku. All right.
8 at least.
8.
Yep. And I'll do another 8.
And I can tie at 8, but not
Ooh,
quite.
the
there.
upset.
Oh,
That was
so
super
close.
close game.
No, I knew it. I knew it. I knew it was there, taunting me. Oh, like if I get a 2k or divine, I'm good to go. I don't think I could have won last turn.
No, not in my hand. My hand in the
No.
very beginning, that was 2K, 2K, 1K, 1K.
Yeah.
So it was like pretty hard for you to survive.
Yeah. I think the only thing is maybe I overprotected the 6-drop Luffy, so I took like 1 extra hit when I shouldn't have, but
Yeah, the fact that you did that really helped me facilitate going for lethal over the next couple of turns.
yeah.
I'm not sure how many counter you ended up having, but it probably would have been a little bit safer just to start countering and let me attack into the Luffy.
Yeah, I think after the first attack I probably should have, but yeah. Oh, so close.
So close.
So close. All right. Well, you ended up getting that one with Dofi. Yeah. Honestly, I'm still really happy with how this deck worked. Like I thought the searches were really impactful. I ended up finding my late game, which with no help of anything, which is how the deck works.
Yep.
And yeah, I'm curious to see how it keeps going. So you're done with Dofi.
Yeah, he's been retired once
He's
again.
been retired, yeah, once again.
Okay.
And
you get to choose which deck I go against.
you get to choose, and I get to counter pick you.
Ooh, okay. Let's bring Zoro. That sounds fun.
Zoro. I don't want to play Purple Luffy into that one. I do. What would I like to do? I kind of want to play Shanks again. Kind of want to play Bonnie. If you're playing like the animal version, though, I'll try Shanks one more time.
Okay, run it back.
And we will go. I think going first against you is better for that one. So we'll try this one. We'll try Shanks against Zoro, and we will be back with game number 2. All right, we've got game number 2. It's the red matchup. It's going to be Shanks versus Zoro. I ended up losing that last one, so I'm going to decide if I want to go first or second. And I think I like going first against Zoro. So that's what we're going to do.
All right. I'm not going to mind leaving up my shut up event.
I just won't attack, and then we see what happens, I guess.
I thought we'd get him.
Don't do this to me. I can't keep this hand now.
I also cannot keep mine.
That one was a little bit rougher. Yeah, when I did some testing earlier, I liked first. But what do you think? Do you think?
I honestly don't mind going second, but I also like going first. Just putting 3-cost Chopper in play on 3.
Sure.
If you have Lucky Root, things can be very dicey. But if you don't end up having it, it's kind of hard for you to keep up.
Yeah, no, that's fair too. I just like being able to like kind of prevent the first attack kind of thing too. And kind of like how my deck is built too, since I play so many 1-drops. I like that a little bit more.
Yep. Play all 1-drops every turn. You guys swing 5/5 with them?
That is the plan.
Uh-oh.
We'll get there eventually.
Alrighty.
All right. And good luck.
Good luck.
I am not happy with this hand. Your go.
You're telling me. Can I draw a Dr. Kureha, please? Unlucky. Okay. I'm going to suspiciously leave up 2 Dawn, and I'll pass to you.
All right. I'm going to play out Hongo and pass.
There we go. Alrighty. Now he'll learn I actually didn't have it in the first place. I'll end up swinging 6 at life.
Yeah, that's fine.
And let's play the main reason why we're playing animals. 3-cost Chopper.
Sure.
Top 5, looking for an animal, and here's a hiking bear for you.
That is an animal.
It is a bear of all time, and you're good from there.
All right. If I attack Hongo into your hiking bear, will you do anything about it?
Would you like to find out?
No, I'll just play Yasop.
Yeah.
Plus 1,000 here, and I'll go 7-3. Or sorry, 6-3.
Yeah. That's super going.
Your go from there.
You're gonna have a really good turn next turn.
I'm hoping so.
Draw. Alrighty, that's also not a bad draw though. Okay. Let's attach it down to my leader, and I'm just gonna try to get some 2Ks. So let's start with a 7 at life with Chopper. Let's see if I can hit again. We don't miss. We're up.
We'll 2K with Chopper.
Yep, and then I'll just keep doing swings. Just a 7 at life.
I will do leader effect and Yasop.
Yep. And then
yeah.
Chopper needs more friends.
He does not.
Top 5. And let me choose between. It's close, but I think Chopper needs more choppers.
That's fair.
And Chopper needs more friends, and the hiking bear that you once killed has now been resurrected.
He's back, yeah.
You're good.
All right. Am I? Am I good? All right. Cards in your hand.
I have a monstrous 5.
All right. I will get rid of that Chopper.
Yep.
I'll use Hongo to make this a 3K.
Yeah.
Go 5-3.
Okay. And I have to decide how I want to attack or how I want to deal with your attack for the rest of this game. I can just give 2k, 1k here, and then force your Yas up to go back into it, and then just try to go really big with what I've got, which is probably for the best. Or I could just let both characters die, but I think I just need my characters in play, so I'm going to give you 2k and 1k, and then...
And then 6 to 3. You got double 2k for it?
I do not. I would be very happy if I did, though.
And I will pass from there. 4 in hand.
4 in hand. And let's see how I want to like plan this turn out. Okay. So I could just try to fight for board, because that's always an option afforded to me with this deck. But at the same time, it's also going to be kind of exhausting. I think the best way to approach this is to mostly try to pressure at life, but also try to deal with both the Yasop and the Hongo. So what that looks like for me is playing a Luffy.
Sure.
And I'll start with a 7 at life, attaching it onto my leader. I guess it's 6.
6 and then happens. 7, yeah. Sure.
Okay. Alrighty. And then I will end up doing another 7 at life. This time I'm going to reduce the Yasop.
Okay, so he's currently at 3k?
Yep.
Sure. I will use Mole Pistol.
Ooh, that's going to be gross.
Who do we want to get rid of? Because you... Kind of want to get rid of Luffy, but he already attacked. This Chopper can... I guess we'll get rid of Chopper.
Chopper has been chopped. Okay. Now from here, I have to see how I want to bully board. You still have not used leader effect.
No, I have not.
So I think I have to start with just swinging with the hiking bear. That's a 5k into this Yasop. Either demand leader 2 or try to do something from there. But I probably just need to adjust board. And these swings aren't big enough to really pressure life. So I'll go 6 or 5 there.
Sure.
And then I could do 6 at the Hongo, which is not the worst. Or I can just go 6 at life. You have 7 cards right now?
5.
5 only. Oh, fewer than I thought. I think I can very easily defend my board if this Hongo is gone. And I think getting leader 1k isn't going to be that useful. So I'll go 6 at the Hongo.
You got it.
And your go from there.
9. Silvers for 8.
Yep.
-3, -2, pop that.
Yep.
Definitely go with Chopper there.
Yep.
Actually, go in your hand too.
3.
I don't want to leave him in play. I'm thinking about giving it to the bear instead.
Ooh.
Nah, I'll attack into him. Yeah, as a
5
at
2. Yep.
And then we'll hiking there.
Yep.
There. We'll pass from there.
Alrighty. Board is gone, but hand is still aplenty and life's even more plentiful. We're up.
Yeah.
Okay, let's draw. That's not bad. And let's just keep up the pressure. You have currently 5 cards, which is not great. But I think I just want to try to apply a bunch of pressure at you. And I think the easiest way to do that is just starting with an 8 at life with my leader.
Leader effect and divine.
Ooh, that's pretty good. Okay. Then from there, I'm just going to try to get you to 1 or get 2 more cards out of your hand. So let's go Robson, and then let's attach 2 Dawn to him. And I'm just going to do a 7. I just don't think I need to do any bigger. So
let's see, 7. Sure.
And then just to get more attackers in, let's get a 2-cost Sanji on. 2 cards in hand, and it's all you.
All right. 10.
my ragtag crew of 3Ks are trying to go the distance.
Yeah. That is setting.
You're the one that basically massacred an entire army of animals.
That is true. I do respect that. My misdeeds. Stop for 5.
Yep.
This one here.
Let's play against actual Whitebeard now.
Yep. Sure. Just 7 at Robson.
It was nice knowing you, Rob.
8 at lead.
Yep. I'll take first blood.
And 9 at lead.
Yep. I'll take another.
And pass with there. 5 cards in hand.
5 cards in hand. And 2 up?
2 up, yeah.
That's 2 Divine Departures.
That is 2 Divine Departures that I definitely have and will be using.
Draw. Okay. All right. Now I have to balance between like not actually dying next turn while also applying pressure at you. I think the easiest way to do so is starting with a 9 with my leader and see how you want to kind of start with that. So let's put 4 down here and let's go 9 at life.
All right, 9 at life. I know you run Kin Killer as well.
Yep.
So that would be pretty nasty because then you get a 7K at least. Sorry, 8K, and then
2
Sanji
more.
becomes like 10K per game.
Sanji is a 4 plus 2 from the extra Dawn plus 2 from the effect. So he's an 8K attacker as well.
Yeah, so that's pretty nasty.
So I can go 8, 10, 9, 9, some combination of that if I have it.
Sure.
Alrighty. I do not have it.
Okay.
And I am scared of what you can do. So instead of trying to go for a game, I'll try to turtle up as the average Zoro player does and play 2 chopper blockers.
That's pretty fair.
And I will pass with 3 cards.
All right. I need 4 attacks to go in, and you have a blocker. So that's not happening.
What do you mean a blocker?
Yeah.
You could have the what's his name? The Roger. I know you don't play it in this list, but it'd be a way to get through this army of just going 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Or 7, 8, 13.
Five lead.
And out of fear of Roger, I know you probably don't have it, but I would probably just counter here and just be super safe in case of emergency. Also, not having to block with my choppers if you end up going super tall is pretty important here.
Yeah. 6 lead.
And Roger lethal, huh? I have a 2K. So if I find any 1K counter here, it should be fine. I still think I should just err on the side of not losing to Roger, so I'll give the other 2K.
Fair. Seven,
I'm pretty happy here. No trigger there.
8,
And a 1 life.
12.
Yep, and I'll take.
Sure. You go from there.
Yep, And you currently have 7 cards?
7 cards, yeah.
Okay. Okay. This is going to be largely irrelevant. To get the most amount of cards out of you, it's kind of a pickle. So I can go 13, 5, 5. I can go 15.
How much you need to?
I need the Dawn as a life condition.
Yeah.
So maybe it made sense to block
one of
the
those,
chopper,
yeah.
just to get a bigger swing in. That's my bad. There's nothing else I could do here. So if I do a 15, which is like the brain off, you have leader effect, and if you give me 9k worth of counter,
I still need 10k.
10k worth of counter, that's perfectly fine. If I do 13, 5, 5,
I need
you
8, 1, 1, which is still 10k, right?
Yeah. However, it's
Also,
the
you
same
can't-
amount of total counter, right?
Yeah.
You need to be able to counter out of a 13 and a 5.
Yeah.
But doing it this way means that it can't be exactly all 2Ks, right?
Sure.
It's a small thing, right? But
Yeah, because it needs to be 4 2Ks and then a 1K.
yeah, which is a slight improvement. So 13.55 is the best way to approach this. So start with the 13.
We can get to 9, 10, 11, 12 to not get there. So
Yeah,
geez.
2 choppies for the game.
Yeah. These were in my opening hand.
Oh,
persisted.
You weren't kidding
forever.
about not liking your hand.
And now I find my searchers like again on the next top. That's too bad.
Jeez.
All right. Well, that's 2-0 for you. I was hoping you didn't have another. If you had 1 blocker, I think I could have gotten there potentially.
Yeah.
2 blockers is just too much.
Yep.
From that.
Yeah, with Dragon Lethal would have been much more annoying.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. So you're there at Teach. I guess we'll do Purple Luffy.
Yep.
We'll go from there. I don't remember. Do I want to go first against you or second?
I think it's just first.
Yeah, because we.
Just put your things in play.
Yeah. So
It's much easier for me to deal with your stuff otherwise.
Yeah. So we'll do that. We'll get to Choppers at 3K. No, because there's Shanks -1, right? And then but you get the +1 back from Zoro effect. Yeah. And then you get the double 1Ks. Yeah.
Yeah, they are base 3Ks. But yeah, there's 2 buffs, one from the extra Dawn and one from the leader.
Yeah. So they even out. So, all right. We'll go to that. We'll get to game number 3, and we'll see you. It's going to be Blackbeard versus Purple Luffy. All right, we've got game number 3, and we're going to see 3 losses from Blackbeard in a row. Insane. No, I am unconfident, inconfident. But maybe I can get a win today. We're going to try Purple Luffy here. Again, nothing too crazy. I think this matchup is leaning my way, but you have a lot of ways to interact with my board, and my on plays are important, but I think I have ways to get around it still, or still apply pressure. So
it should be pretty fine. And this matchup's pretty close to 50-50 a lot of the time.
Yeah.
But if I'm lucky, I think there'd be a pistol or 2 in life.
If he says, I don't know. I think you are one of the luckiest people I know. So as part of that, I'm going to try again on this subpar hand.
This hand's very greedy to keep.
Oh no. And he's confident and it's greedy. Brutal.
Never seen a luckier man. But yeah, basically, I don't have a pistol, but I have Burgess and a way to hopefully find a stage. So maybe. Let me try this hand. I think this is a bit speculative, but I think it's like slightly better than the average hand.
Sure.
I have a mantra of no stage, no keep when I'm playing this deck sometimes, but I think I'm gonna say, oh, sorry, I almost.
Oh, we were so close.
The pump fake.
Oh man, I wanted it so bad. He promised me he'd never do it. All right.
I uncut it back.
Good luck.
Good luck.
All right. Paths.
Alrighty. No loss searcher.
Never seen that before, huh?
And let's start with This is my era.
Okay.
Or my era begins.
I'm okay with that one.
And we're firing on all cylinders today. Unfortunately, a pistol is gone, but I really cannot complain when I find a full lead immediately.
Yeah, that's I can complain though. That sucks.
Pitch a black hole to the full lead. Let's take a Burgess. And I will pass to you. No reason to stop Zoro.
All right. Luffy effect.
Yep.
Big 5.
Yep, and I'm just going to be a bit conservative with my life, so I'm going to pitch Burgess to the first swing.
All right. Bon Clay.
Yep.
Ramp 1. Your go.
Awesome. Alrighty.
And I could have sequenced it the other way, but I'd rather this not die to the black hole that's at the top of the life right there.
Okay. Let's start with discarding a Kuzan to leader.
Mm-hmm.
Top 3, or not the leader, the stage. I think things are going to get scary.
Nah.
And I think one of my best cards against you is actually Vasco's Shot. So let's just have this in my trash for a rainy day.
Sure.
I'll go 5 at life.
I'll give you a Sanji 2K.
Yep. And let's get the silly card in this deck in play. And so I don't immediately lose to Zoro or to Luffy Taro. Let's start with using the leader effect.
Sure.
And your go from there.
All right, let's try. I'm at 7 right now?
Yep.
This is currently a 7K.
He's currently a 6
6K.
plus 3. That's how I usually denote it. So let me get this +1. I think the +1's at.
It's on the other side of the. Where are my +1s? Oh, they're over here because I used them for my exchange stuff. Being at 7, I'll start with a 5 at your leader.
Yep. And I'm honestly perfectly fine with you turning a Burgess sideways and putting me to 3 at this point. So I'm just going to take this to hope to get some more cards.
Okay, was not black hole there.
You're lucky this time.
I will use Luffy's effect to ramp 1.
Yep.
We'll go 7, copying that.
Yep. And like I mentioned before, I'm just perfectly fine taking a couple big hits.
And then we'll play Luffy Taro with no on play.
Okay.
And your go from there.
Awesome. Let's drop. Get more done. And let's start with the Burgess train by discarding a Burgess. Move this up to a +2. And are you stage? Let's take a Lafitte.
Sure.
And then let's start with just a clean 5 here.
You did get it.
Yeah, just cleaning up board while I can. You very likely will count out of a 7 if given the opportunity. I will play a Kuzan. I'm going to activate the Kuzan draw.
Sure.
And Burgess needs a friend.
He doesn't need one.
And I think I just want to entice you to attack my board as much as I possibly can, because I think the longer the game goes, the more my 10s will shine. So I'm just going to swing 7 at you and just try to apply pressure.
Sure.
And to save some Dawn on a future turn, I will play a Lafitte. And like before, I will use leader effect and I'll pitch a 2K.
Sounds good.
You go from there.
Cards in your hand?
I have 4.
4. I'm at 10. Five lead?
Yep, and if it's 1 card, I'll make you do some work for it, so I'll give you a 2K.
8 lead?
Yep, and an 8 I'm not going to waste 2 cards on, so.
Pass.
We're just going big, I see. Okay. From my side, if he's going to make this a race, I kind of have to make sure that I don't die in this process.
No, you can. you can afford to race.
Yeah, so let's start with pitching a 10 drop because
Sure.
surviving the first swing is going to be the most important thing about this. Let's take a Shiryu. And then I will use the feed effect.
Sure.
Top 5. I think I'd rather take a This Is My Era just to try to get these bergs as big as I possibly can.
Sure.
And then hopefully that'll end up translating well. As my era begins. Kuzan's a very good one, and that's really what I'm looking for, is just trying to get Kuzan to get a Vasco in play.
Sure.
So let's take that. My Kuzan, or my bergs are now +3. And let's start with a good old-fashioned 8K at life. Expecting very likely to just be a Gum Gum Giant, but
Yeah.
I can't really make both my swings 9s, so might as well just start with it.
All right.
Yep. And then let's pay 5 for Kuzan.
Yeah.
And Kuzan is going to exclusively just bring back a Vasco shot here.
Sure.
So let's just do that first. Maybe I'll find another My Era. No luck on that front, but blocker's a blocker. And then now I can just go 6 with my leader.
I'll 2K with Sanji.
Yep. And then another 8 at life.
8 is good.
And then because I'm scared of cards like 7-cost Sanji at all, I will end up using my leader effect. I forgot to remove this from before.
Sure.
And your go. I was about to say that there's no way these are 9s. I'm pretty sure they're still 8s, and they are.
I'll go 5 lead.
Yep, and survivability is #1 priority, so I'll give you a Van Augur.
Cards in your hands.
I currently have 4, and these guys are also 4Ks now. Or 9Ks.
I'll go 8 life.
Yep, and there's not really many rushes besides Frenosuke randomly, so I'm just gonna take this and then block this big Luffy swing. So no trigger.
Big 10 Luffy swing as ordered. And then Bonaclay for 4.
Yep.
And Kid for 5.
Kid 4/5. Yep.
Pass.
And Gum Gum Giant incoming. Okay. Let's go to my turn and draw. Let's activate Full of Lead and discard another Full of Lead.
Sure.
And I have a really tough decision between whether taking counter or taking a event to try to go for a game with. You have 6 cards.
I have 6 cards, yeah.
I think I should be able to survive with the blocker stunning this, but it might be scary. So I think I'm just going to take a 1K. I just don't think it's very likely to beat a Gum Gum Giant. So let's start with doing a 5 at life and just really just demanding a card first.
Yeah, you get a card.
We're happy. Okay. And then let's go 9 at life.
Three 2Ks.
Ooh. Maybe I should have just maybe not respected it. 3 2Ks, huh? Does that make me want to pitch an extra card for the potential of trying to attack into this Luffy Taro? That's an interesting question. You very likely have. You very likely don't have a 1K. The question is whether you have counter or not. I'm definitely going to use leader effect at least once. Let's just get that out of the way.
Sure.
The question is, why am I use it again? If I use it again and then attack 10 here, you're probably going to block. I'll freeze this. And then things should be fine. I think it's probably worth the 1K in my hand for that. So let's use leader effect again to do this.
Sure.
Where's the 5 at? And then let's try to go 10 at the Luffy Taro.
Let me think.
Yep. The suspense. Oh, okay. Now I have an interesting dilemma on what I want to freeze. So I can freeze either the 10K body or the 12K body. It might be better to actually reduce or shrink that one because it gives me more triggers that could potentially mess around or give me more bug bodies to potentially mess with. So I think a 10 versus a 12 is largely exactly the same, but luck sack potential is always there.
Sure, yeah.
And then it's your go from there.
Uh, 12 at lead.
Yep, and there's nothing I can do here, so let's see what this is. Oh no, it's liberation, but yeah, I will not use it.
14 at life.
14. You're content with the 14?
Actually, wait.
Yeah.
This one can attack, right?
Yeah, that one can still. This one's still active.
Yeah, I super brain fart. I think I just have to go for game.
Yeah.
11.
Yep.
And then 10.
I do not have it.
All right, cool. Thank you.
Safe.
I'm sorry. I don't know why I was just like, this one can't attack either.
Yeah,
because you were talking about studying this for so long. That was just in my mind.
You're good.
Did you have black hole in hand?
I could have searched it, and I realized I probably should have.
Yeah, because I had nothing.
Yeah.
That's why I did all the 2Ks there.
Yeah.
Was to like if you played black hole, you just super went for game.
Yeah, that was kind of like a bit foolhardy on my part. I just had to play towards. I didn't need to play towards trigger luck if I just.
Yeah. No, I think you're right. Yeah, that was better than. Because otherwise I'd start with kid first, and then would probably 10. I think it was like 10, 11, 11 almost. It put 4 here for 10.
Yeah. It's 10, 11, 12, right?
10. I think it's 10, 10, 10. Or 10, 10, 11.
10, 10, 11.
Yeah. All right.
If you didn't attack, if you took attack with this last, I did get you though, which is funny.
Because of the liberation. Yeah, liberation hits 4s. Yeah, that's what
no, the card negates leader effects or effects of characters and leader.
Oh, I see.
So I could stop this effect.
Gotcha.
But you did play around it properly, and I died.
And then almost just biffed it. So, all right.
Happens.
We won a game. That was a combination. Do I want to play Bonnie? Bonnie's such a bad matchup to teach. You gotta earn your easy matchup. I'm gonna play Shanks again. Why not? All right.
Alrighty.
All right. So we'll get to game number 4. It will be Shanks versus Teach, and we'll go over there. All right, we've got game number 4. Shanks is back. I'm sure it will win a 50-50 one of these days. About 1 in 8 chance otherwise. But you get to choose who goes first or second.
And I will choose to go second.
I am unfazed with your decision there. So.
Plot twist.
Let's see what these 5 look like. Me going first? It's actually kind of tempting.
Ooh, that's not good for me. Oh, all right. I think this hand really doesn't function very well, even though my first hand also didn't have stage.
I'm sure it'll be fine. We'll see.
Ooh.
We'll see.
He's got a searcher and a dream.
No.
You never have searcher.
I only have a dream. I only have a dream, but we'll see. We'll see what the dream's dreaming.
5. Whenever you are ready.
All right, and good luck. Pass.
Alrighty. This hand's also a pass kind of hand, but I technically should do other things.
Oh, okay.
Like play my arrow.
That's what do you mean? That's
It's basically
that
a
is
pass
the
hand.
the anti-pass hand.
All right, I'll take a 10 and it's your go.
All right. 6.
6 set life. I will end up taking. No trigger.
We'll play our boy Sanji.
Ooh, we're the beatdowns.
Your go.
Okay, let's draw. And let's start the beatdowns by playing a Burgess.
Sure.
And your go from there. Not really gonna stop any crazy shenanigans right now.
All right. This can get punished, but we'll play Asa.
Yes, sir.
Plus 1k here. We'll use Sanji's effect to take a life. Put 2 here. And we get plus 2k.
Yep.
And we'll start with 7k to lead.
I will take a 7. No trigger.
And 6 at lead.
Ooh, I have to take this one too.
Ooh!
My era
Okay.
begins though.
No 2ks in hand
Not
is...
for long.
Okay, now we've got one. All right, your go from there.
Yep. And Berg is currently +1. Where'd that? Oh, you already took it from.
Oh
me,
yeah,
I
sorry.
believe. I'm
Yeah,
kidding.
yeah. He'll outgrow that soon, I'm sure.
Draw. Okay. Let us start.
That is the largest teach hand I've ever seen.
It's pretty big. Let's go 5 there. And I think I just need to slow whatever you're doing down. So let's just start with playing stage, activating stage to pitch a stage.
Sure,
They show up in multiples, and I need these.
that's true.
And then I will also just try to. You're wearing a 7 down next turn?
I am going to.
There are not many
next turn.
rushers that can happen next turn, which is nice, but you can also just do very silly things if given the opportunity. So let's just pistol this.
Sure.
Trash 2. Oh my god, it's big again. Not a 2k. I need those. And then let's get an 8k swing at life.
8k swing at life. I will. Yeah, sure. I'll take it.
Yep. And my Burgess is outside of 7 cost range, so I can very comfortably just pass from here.
Sure.
So it's your go.
I'll go 6 at lead.
Yep. And I will give that 2k.
I'll play that for 1.
Yep.
It's Sanji.
Yep.
And we'll go 7 with Luffy.
Ooh, gross. Okay. My hand, I think I just need time. So as much as I don't like giving 2 cards, I will give a 2k and a 1k.
All right, pass from there.
You got a full grip over there, right?
Not as full as yours was, but yeah, we've got 7 in hand right now.
Okay, not bad. Let's draw. 8 Dawn. Let's start with pitching 1 Kuzan. And then let's draw or take a Vasco shot. And let's start with a 6 at life, just trying to apply some pressure.
I'll give it 2k.
Okay. And I'll pay 5. I will play a Kuzan.
Sure.
Kuzan will draw. And I will just put in another Burgess trying to get this game over with, especially since I've had to exhaust so many cards.
Sure.
And think it makes that much sense to try to fight for board. I'm just gonna try to get you over with me, especially since you haven't used your leader effect yet. So, yeah, let's go 8 at life.
8's good. Nothing.
Yep, and then I will play a Vasco, and I will use leader effect pitching a Udon.
You're good. Pay 2 for that. Yeah. So leader effects, I don't have any on plays. How big are your...
They are 8Ks plus 3 cards, so they're 1 card away from being 9s.
I see.
Again, yep.
We'll put 2 on...
I use leader.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah. You're good. You're good. You were running out of 2Ks earlier. We'll just go... We'll go 7. Putting it down. Sorry. We'll put it down underneath here.
7 at life. I will end up taking. Boom. My era. Let's take a 2K. Now my guys are 9s.
Nightlife.
And I'll pretty happily just block.
And you're going to give me a card anyways, but let's just go 6.
Now I'll give it 2.
You go from there.
Does that make these guys 10s? They're getting big. Yep. That escalated quickly.
Yeah, those are large boys.
Okay. Let's go 10. Let's drop. Let's start with pitching a pistol to the leader or to stage. Taking a 1K.
Yeah.
And let's start with a 10 drop. I will negate dragon and negate your leader effect.
Sure.
Let's start with a 10 at Luffy.
Sure.
And 5 at life.
1K.
And 10 at lead. And there really isn't that much in terms of like crazy stuff you can do next turn. If you want to involve Nami and like a starter Luffy, it might be a bit scary, but honestly, I should be fine. So I'm going to use leader effect.
Yeah.
And pitch a Burgess, and it's your go.
Cards in hand?
I currently only have 3.
Have 3.
I'll turn everything in the right direction.
Yeah, you're right.
This is active though.
Teach and just kind of dead zone. I bleed.
I will give you a 1K.
I guess this.
Yep.
Minus 5K here.
Yep.
7 lead.
Yeah, and my guy is currently a 7.
Yeah.
And you have
Some cards in hand.
okay.
Like 7.
We have no other. There's no way to get 2 rushers in for 5 Don.
No.
So I can comfortably just block.
Sorry, that's all my.
Oh, okay. So you have no Don.
Yeah,
Okay.
no Don. I have 1 Don.
All right. But that's the case. There's no reason not to just take this. Just trying to go for game next turn. More cards in my trash, the better.
Yeah. Pass from there.
Okay. And you currently have 6 cards.
7.
7. Drop. Let's use leader effect, pitching black hole. Taking a 1K. My Burgesses are now 11s, and I'm going to really use my leader effect 4 times. Just to make these guys bigger. No 10 drops in sight. Okay, so these guys are currently 11s.
Sure.
Or 12s. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, they're 12s. So let's just start with the 12 chain.
-5 there. So it's currently
now it's +2.
Yeah.
Well, there's no reason not to do something obscenely large, so let's do a 22 with my teach.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14. Yeah,
Not bad.
GG's.
GG's.
Yeah, I guess this Shanks list sucks. Despite all my positivity towards it. So I did have here's my only decision play. I could have used this Mulgun way earlier to likely get rid of a Burgess. Yeah.
But that was the turn where I played Vasco Shot, right? Or is that a different turn?
It was, but I could get rid of Vasco Shot.
Yeah, get her ass and shrink it.
Yeah.
I was just like very happy with that because you weren't playing a rusher that turn.
Yeah, but then I would have been able to play out a 3-drop Sanji.
That's not bad.
So like it's not awful. It just means like your 10-drop teach play feels way worse.
Yeah.
And then I can go wider, and I can play Dragon next turn with pretty much the same effects. So that was like the only decision, because I'm like, man, I don't think this is going to get value outside of it. But
if you want the game to go on longer, then yeah, it's trying to fight for board is usually a good idea.
Yeah.
I only had the 110 drop because I had to end up choosing to take a 2K over 2 Burgesses that were in a leader or a stage search. So
yeah, and you gave me. Did you have like legitimately no counter in hand when you went down to 2?
Oh yeah. I had 2 1Ks, but I wasn't gonna give the only 1K counter.
That is spooky.
That was super spooky. That's Blackbeard though.
Yeah,
live and die by the search.
All right. Well, that is the end of this one. Let's wrap it up. We have got one more game. Well, I'm gonna say Bonnie versus Aura, because that's maybe the matchup I should have done previously.
Let's do that.
But let's do our little winner circle. So we'll be right back. All right. After 4 games, Yonas let me win one this week, so I do appreciate it. But unsurprising, our winner for this week for us. So I think showing just great mastery for the 3 decks you brought. I think that the Shanks game was really close. I think that was because I was just down to 1K. Zoro game a little bit less so. Teach maybe could have gone either way, but I think these are some really close games, and I really appreciate playing it too. Especially you're very, very good at like saying what you do. So I know people who watch this appreciate your process and what you're doing with it too.
I just like talking about the game.
Which, for the record, you don't do that in tournament, right? Like you don't do that in tournament.
There are moments where I talk my plays out loud, for better or for worse.
Sure,
but I'm not trying to give people hidden information or play mind games with them. I'm just my decisions.
Yeah, there's the occasional like, oh okay, like I'll be like, oh, so you're gonna play Newgate next, or you know what I mean, like. And then they feel bad for doing it, but it's still the best play, so why wouldn't you? Or
there have been moments where I've played against Purple Luffy on camera, and I'm just like, oh, I'm just gonna start with a 9. I'm like, oh wait, you giant up, or I probably should just do a 7.
Yeah,
and I'm like actually just talking my things out loud, but nothing too crazy, I don't think.
No, but I do appreciate it. We're gonna do one more game. It's gonna be Bonnie, which I didn't play all day today. I'm going to play against Zoro. I had the chance to counter pick Zoro with this matchup and probably should have done it. So this is my makeup for doing that. And we'll see if I can finish 3-2 today. So we'll do that, and we'll see you guys in game number 5. All right, we've got our last game, at least as part of Wednesday Night One Piece. It's going to be Bonnie versus Zoro. Again, I had a chance to counterpick Bonnie into Zoro into game 2, and I didn't because, honestly, I don't love this deck. I'm not very versed in it, but we'll try it. We'll see if this would have been successful. And I'm going to choose first after deliberating with Yonas if that was the best play. And I think we agree, like, there's a lot of good 5 costs that this deck can use that I wouldn't be upset on 5. And honestly, I think this hand is okay. So
That means he's got 5s run.
we will go there, and good luck.
Good luck.
All right, for 1, we'll play our winner stamped Bonnie and pass.
Just winner stamp?
Just winner stamped, yeah.
Okay. Let's play my searchers. Let's play Nami.
Sure.
Really looking to chop something up if I can.
Yeah.
No chopper. I mean, there are choppers, just
Not the one you need, no.
So let me take the next best thing, which is Rusher. And you go from there.
All right. I'll start with Bonnie's effect.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll get a 2K.
Yep.
I will do it again.
Ooh, exciting.
I will get the 8-drop kid, which will be fairly useless in this matchup. And I don't care to attack you. Enjoy your fake out on.
I'm always getting them.
Yeah. Always feeling tricked.
Let's just try to clean up the board while building up a board. So let's go 2 at Bonnie.
Yep.
Let's go 5 at Bonnie.
Yep.
And I'll innocuously put in a Robson. And I'll leave up a Dawn and Jirga.
All right. I really wish there was a Cavendish on the top 10 of my deck plus, but there wasn't. So I still don't want you to play something. So we're just going to play Carrot, and Nami.
Freeze my Nami.
Nami is going to get
I'll never financially recover from
never
this.
never attacking. You're go from there.
Alrighty. Alright, this is a turn where I get to swing with my characters and not be that worried, which is kind of nice. So let's just start with swinging a 5 at life. Just doing
I was so close to doing leader effect with Jinx, but it does not work. Does not work when you're Bonnie.
And now I have to figure out if I want to play a Luffy to attack with, or just leave it active and force you to Hody. I think if you counter, you very likely have Hody, but I think that's fine. I'll just play a Luffy and then I'll pass to you.
All right. I don't know how you do it, but we'll rest the Dawn and Luffy.
Yeah.
Draw 1 from here. What do we actually care to do? Yeah, we'll go 5 into Nami.
Yep.
Go 8 to Luffy.
And I honestly don't care to spend all these cards on this, so you can have.
And do I care that you can attack into this? I don't think so. We'll go 6 to your leader.
Yep, and I just feel like I just want cards. They're nice.
Your go from there.
Okay. All right. This is one of the few turns I have to apply pressure back. And I will take it. But I don't think I need to apply pressure at life. I just need to exhaust his hand a little bit. So let's start with a 6 at this Carrot.
I'll give you 1K with Rosie.
Yep. And then I will go 6 at Carrot.
That's fine.
Alrighty. I'm not going to complain, but I am going to force you to keep giving me cards by playing a Luffy.
Sure.
And then I'll swing 7, but I'll make it 8 at the Hody. Just trying to exhaust your hand of cards and really make you play this grindy game.
I'll give you 2.
And your go.
You really, really want me to shut up and come with you, don't you? You just...
My choppers haven't shown up so far.
All right, well, I will deny.
Deny. Yeah.
All right. I'll go 8 to Luffy.
Yep. And then you can go 8 and then 8 and then 6 if you really want to. This might be a better turn to try to counter. So let me try to see how much you're willing to defend or to attack. So I'll start with a 2K and a 1K at the Luffy.
I'll go 8 to Luffy.
And then I will go 2K and 2K.
And I'll go 6 into the Robson.
And Rob is down.
Your go from there.
Alrighty. Let's jump. No, I'm going to 10 down, right? Yep.
There you go, 10.
Let's play a Nami Searcher.
Sure.
Really trying to find that chopper.
It's quite fortuitous.
And I found a chopper.
All right, we're getting there.
Yep. Okay. Right now, I have to decide what I want to do. I think I just want to bully your board if I can.
That is fair.
So what does this look like? He's a 7. I can just do a 10 at your Hody with how many cards in hand? 5?
5, yeah.
Yeah, I think that should be fine. Let's go 10 at Hody by attaching this Dawn here.
All right, we'll rest your leader.
Yep.
0 with Smoker. Get out of it.
Alrighty. And then I will just play a Tony Chopper. Now we'll leave up 3 Dawn.
3 Dawn. Wow. That'd be a real shame if...
You can't rest all 3 of them, can you?
No, I cannot do that. I'll start with a 5 at leader.
Let's just take this.
Go 8.
Let's shut up and see how that goes for me. I think I play the 3-cost chopper somewhere.
You do, it's right there.
Wrong chopper. Let's just get that in play. And I'll just take an 8.
1 more 8.
Ooh, I hit another one.
Okay.
Another one of these. And I'll go to 1. Yep.
And Shanks for 9.
Ooh, on this guy.
Yeah.
Yep.
How's from there?
1 down up.
1 Dawn up.
3
Yeah.
cards. Okay, let's draw. Let's start with a Dawn here and try to see how I can navigate this not really great board for me. Let's start with a 6 at life and see what you want to do about it.
I'll rest one of your choppers.
Yep.
Sure, I'll take it.
Okay. I'm going to use. I don't want to navigate this. I can go 7. Let's go 7 at life. 7 down.
7 Dawn up. Sure. 5 in hand.
5 in hand. Let's go 8 at life, reducing Hody by 3.
8 at life. So it is here.
Yep. Alrighty. Well, my hand is so egregious, we gotta go for it. I wish my hand was 14 Machinos, but the best we got is just another 8.
Yeah, I got double 2s.
Yeah, super dead.
Narrowly alive, I will say.
Yeah, we're pretty fine.
Yeah, that was brutal from your side. I don't know what the energy is in this room is, but there's 3-drop chopper repellent off of that.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, it's part of the Zoro. Sometimes you high roll, and sometimes that happens.
Yeah, 100%. So, all right. Well, I should have played Bonnie and shuffled his deck exactly like that.
Did you shuffle my deck?
Actually, no, I didn't. And just let you do your thing for that one. But yeah, that was probably one of the weirdest Bonnie games I've ever played too. Just the fact that I played 2 Hodies before you did any damage to me is absurd. And then obviously I was correctly playing around Shut Up and Come With Us, right?
Yeah. I didn't have it until near the end, but my draws were quite bad.
Gotcha. We'll just pretend that you had it and that it didn't matter until the end. So, but even if you had like 3-drop chopper off one of those 2, I don't think you could have gone for game. Like,
my lethal was a lot better for sure.
Yeah, because it was like 1k better off one of them because you play blocker chopper off one, and what was the other one?
Robson or some 3-cost 4K.
I think it was Robson. Yeah. So that would have been 2k better, but then I'd narrowly get out of that if they're 2 5ks or if it's like Hiking Bear or something.
Yeah.
So cool. All right. Well, that's going to be the end of this one, and we'll wrap it up real quick.
Yeah.
All right, and with that, that's going to be the end of Wednesday Night One Piece.
Yeah.
I had a lot of fun. Appreciate Yonas letting me win that last one. Just took the 3-drop choppers out of the deck, so I had a chance, and I really felt like I was playing that game. So
Yeah. Hodie's a menace.
Hodie, yeah, he's just like, you can't play your events. Like, why should you do that? So I wanted the game to end where I did more damage to myself with Hodie than you did with me, but
Close.
It was close, but I wasn't able to get there. But Yonas, a pleasure as always. I really appreciate it. Where can people find your content and your...
Yeah, I've been doing most of my stuff on Metafy recently. I've been mostly doing weekly gameplay videos and writing articles for a lot of people that are on there. And we're talking a lot about the current OP10 format. So
yeah,
if you want to check me out on there, I've been doing a lot of stuff there and it's super fun.
Yeah, and that'll be in the description on the YouTube side, so you can make sure to find that there. And then normally we just do one bonus game, but I feel like playing more and you feel like playing more. So you got Smoker as one of them. We'll say, I'll let you know in the description when we finish this, but we'll have like, 3 to 5 games as bonus. So that's for Twitch subscribers and YouTube members, and if you guys watch that live. So you can find a link to that. It does help a lot, the support for this show. I get editors for it, so I do appreciate the support for that one, and also for Yonas for coming out for this one. So that's going to be it for us. Thank you guys so much for watching. Really do appreciate it, and we'll catch you all next time. Bye.